Are you guys working on something new or focusing on some new project? Or not a new, something you've been working maybe on something for a really long time, focusing on something. There is an energy that's looming around the whole month, and it looks like some of you have been working really hard and focusing really hard, paying attention to something that you've been trying to achieve that's helping, that's bringing money or bringing value to something or somebody, or to yourself and maybe others, but this is more about right now to yourself. So this is just an energy right here. We'll go through the rest of the reading. Okay, so I see that right now you're being one of the messages is to have patience. So something's happening right now where it does look like, your energy reading is saying you're going through a bit of a transformation of some sort. You're bringing something back that's that's been missing. Okay, so something's been missing. Maybe this card is saying that you've been working on yourself, or right now you're starting to work on yourself, or you've been working on yourself for a while. This could be why, this could be having to do with you feeling a lack or some kind of depression. Maybe you've been working on yourself. Well, it's paying off because, like I say, I see everything coming to light right now for you in a positive way. There's possibly three people involved in some kind of situation with you, Scorpio. This is a general reading, so it could be a work situation. The main energy is a work situation. So you're working with other people at work, and you're trying to, you guys are working towards something together. Okay. That's a good energy. I don't see anything wrong right there with that. That sounds good. If this is not work, it could be a relationship. It could be more than one person. So it could be three people in a relationship, and you guys are just together. There you are, together, and you're just working together. But right now there is a Virgo, a Capricorn, or Taurus, female or male. And this person possibly could be a mother figure to you, an aunt, or, it could be a family member, motherly figure. If it's not a mother or a motherly figure, a grandmother, mother, aunt, sister, and it could be a brother or uncle, because this is a male or female. This person is very loving. They're very giving. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of resources, and they are willing to share it. But what's happening is this person might be stopping. This male or female that is very generous, it might not be helping the situation for whatever reason. So we'll look into this a little bit deeper, because to me that doesn't make sense just right away. This person's loving, giving, they are helping others, they're stable, and they're sharing that help with these three people. However, for whatever reason, her or his help is preventing something here from going forward. So let's go ahead and find out some more. It appears that in the past you were very hesitant to walk away from something. This is a card of possibly, it's a general reading again. So you might have had a hard time walking away from this situation. Because I think this could be, like I say, a family member. So maybe somebody's giving to the relationship or the project you guys are working on, a family business maybe, or a family project, or not even family related. This could be a completely different It just could be a boss or a coworker. This person, this wonderful person, is helping, but it's for some reason, it may not be helpful and it may not be enough help, is what I'm saying. And you were really hesitant to walk away from something, from maybe this situation in the past. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get some more cards here for you. Yeah. There's been a lot of issues with this relationship. There's been, it looks like there's been some arguments. There's been a lot of opinions, a lot of back and forth, arguing, when two people they don't agree, therefore they may say things they regret. And it looks like you might be realizing that you've said some harsh things possibly, or you're realizing that other people have said some harsh things and you're either hoping for an apology or you feel as if you should apologize. You might actually be feeling like you may want to acknowledge the other person and let them know, look, you may have some kind of profound understanding that each person participates in an argument, and that each one of you are responsible for your words and actions, even though maybe somebody else is the one who started the argument, or the other one, antagonized you, and then you lost it, and then you started getting upset. I mean, this happens sometimes. I mean, I have to admit, it's happened to me before, where, I'm a really balanced person, and mostly, and I've come into situations where other people, where I was, in a work situation or other, and words got said, and then as strong as I am and balanced as I am, I had to speak back, at times in an immature manner, or where they get to you and now you're kind of on their level. So this card is saying that you realize that maybe you've done that, and that maybe you want to reach out and apologize to somebody, or this has to do with you wanting somebody to realize that as well. Maybe you're realizing it and you want them to realize it, that they too have a part in any kind of argument. We all participate. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. We don't have to participate. We don't have to yell back, but sometimes it happens. And that's just a part of being in a relationship of any kind. Sometimes that happens, and we're not all perfect. And, I think you're realizing that, that about yourself. And I think you're taking responsibility. And that's a very, very, very brave thing to do. And that's a very smart thing to do, Scorpio. And if it's the opposite, if it's other people that you're realizing they had it, maybe you thought it was all your fault, maybe an argument. Now you're realizing, you know what? It's not all my fault. They had a huge, participation in it as well. So maybe you just need to release, and forgive yourself. If you're not going to forgive somebody else, or they're not going to forgive you, maybe this is saying you just need to say, I want to forgive myself, and I forgive everybody else. And you're just going to maybe let this go, which is great advice here, because you don't want anything holding you back, Scorpio, from this. You don't want to be anymore in this dark, gloomy, overcast day where it rains all the time. This is just an example. We're not talking about weather, but this type of energy can pull somebody into a darkness, and you want to release this. So definitely, whoever's fault it was, or whoever's fault you thought it was, whoever started it, the most important thing is realizing that we each do participate. If you did, I'm saying this is if you did participate, you guys, and you're going to let it go. So don't let it hold you, bind you. Don't let it take away your spirit and your soul, and don't let it keep you in a dark place. So the more we forgive and forget and love, the more we can be free and live in a beautiful divine energy, which is what we all strive for. I'm right. I mean, peace, happiness, joy, and love. That's what it's all about. So, also, you guys, I feel that right now you're taking on a lot of responsibility, maybe at work, this work situation, or this family situation. You know, you're doing a lot. And maybe that's what this argument was about. Maybe they're not realizing how much work you're doing, or vice versa. This is a lot for one person to deal with, and you guys are doing it. So the advice here is, you know, take on what you can, help out as much as you can, do the necessary steps in order to achieve what you want, okay, to move forward, or in this situation, to participate. However, there's boundaries. You need to set boundaries as well. Make sure that you are setting boundaries, that you're not overworking, because this card's here saying that you're working a lot, very busy. So if this is a work situation, you might be taking on weight. You might be saying yes, way too much, to whoever, you know, maybe you're trying to please somebody. Maybe you're just trying to look good. I don't know, or you're just trying to do your best, you know, but you do need to put boundaries, you guys, and not take on this much, because maybe you don't have to, and you just think you do. Maybe it's not necessarily, maybe you're taking on too much too fast, and maybe, you know what, you don't have to do all this all at one time. Maybe you're supposed to take your time. You know, maybe there's no a rush or a consequence if you don't hurry up. Maybe you're just being too anxious, or wanting something so bad that you're just trying to do it all at one time. So be careful of that, you guys. Or maybe, you know, you just you want to take it on, and you're going to just do it fast. You're going to take it on all at once. Whatever this is, it's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, be mindful of your well-being. Be mindful of how much it is you can take on. If you can take it all on at once, go for it. But you don't want to go back into a state of depression or gloominess because you get burnt out. You don't want to get burnt out. That's the point. You don't want to get burnt out. So be careful. Take what you want. Work. Get busy. Do what you want. But you know, take care of yourself. You guys, love yourself. Take some time, you know, as well. That's all. Right now, you have patience. You're growing a lot of patience, probably because of this beautiful energy that you have with meditation, becoming aware, going, you know, deep in, you know, coming out of a depression. You actually have hope. You're becoming balanced. You're seeing a balance with something. You're finding patience, and that is definitely required right now. It seems that there's some kind of patience needed. So definitely this month, there's going to be some patience that you will be needing. And it looks like you're finding that patience through solitude, meditation, higher self, awareness. You're going to be able to have the best of both worlds. You're going to be starting to feel that you can have two things at once, that you're able to have a beautiful emotional state of being where you're happy, and you're able to balance that happiness and keep it now, instead of like maybe go into a depression. You know, this card is about depression and coming out of it. So it looks like you're coming out of depression. You're finding a way to balance your life in order to keep that positive, beautiful, healing, loving energy. That's coming in for you this month of February. I would love to know, hear from you guys about getting this feeling of being able to control. This is a card of control. You can control now. Maybe before you couldn't control your happiness or your dreams. You weren't able to control them. Maybe you were stuck in some kind of gloomy feeling, and now it looks like you're going to be able to control that. You're going to have some power and ability to control that. it looks like maybe this work situation or family situation is being delayed. There's something here that's being delayed. And when I say delayed, I mean there's something to be learned by somebody else, not you, Scorpio, but the other parties. One of the other parties or both of the other parties have a lesson, a divine lesson to be learned here before there can be change, before there can be maybe before there could be better resolution here or more of a progression. There's something more education, more learning. Somebody needs to go to school, for instance. That's why whatever this person's offering, which is a lot, this is a beautiful person offering a lot to this situation, this work situation or family situation. It doesn't seem to be enough. So maybe somebody else needs to go back to school because they need to help participate also. So somebody needs a little bit further information, some more education. Maybe somebody's thinking about going back to school or learning something new. There's just a lesson here to be learned. It could be physical, meaning going back to school, or it could be just really honestly, it could be conscious evolution. It could be just, learning within this circumstances, something new, in order to better themselves or the situation. Right now, you are hoping for a beautiful new opportunity to come in. And it looks like there might be. So I think you guys might be getting a job this month, a new job, a new opportunity. It could be love. It could be a love relationship. It could be financial relationship. It could be money. It could be a job, but you are hoping for something like that to come in. But right now there's, the advice to you is to be patient and, go within and find the answers to where your true happiness is. Okay. And keep working, taking these steps, keep taking these steps towards, where you want to go. Just don't overdo it. And you will, it appears that something new is coming here. I'm going to clarify. Let's go ahead and clarify the Emperor card. Please clarify for our Scorpios. The Emperor. Because we do have an Emperor here, which is the, it could be a Capricorn. It could be an older man, an older woman. This is a general reading. Whoops. Yeah, there could be a Capricorn. This person is basically somebody who controls something. They control, it could be a boss. They could be, it could be a judge if it's a legal situation. It could be a person in charge. It could be somebody, if you are involved in some kind of spiritual group, he could be like the leader, like the guru, or, somebody who has a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, and he is able to share it with others. He knows almost all situations, and he or she, by the way, and he can magically control his environment, his emotions. This is a person that could be coming in. This is a person this could be having to do with this offer. Maybe you're hoping for this to come in. This is going to come in. But you are hoping for a new beginning. And this person might be the one that has something to do with that. It looks like he might bring in some information to you that will help you, that will acknowledge you, to give you some kind of acknowledgement, some kind of victory, some kind of achievement. He's going to recognize your achievement. It's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you feel good because it feels like you've been doing a lot, you've been giving a lot. And this is another thing, you know, you've been spending a lot of time and energy on something that means a lot to you, this work situation, but you haven't really seen any, rewards, and you're, you know, kind of overdoing it here. And it looks like there's been some challenges with the people. But it does appear that you're going to, you know, this person is going to acknowledge you. This person is going to recognize that you've been diligently trying and doing your best in this situation. And you're going to be really happy about that. You know, this new offer is most likely having to do with this emperor. This new offer could be brought in by this person. This could be a father figure. It could be a father offering you money or thanking you, or it could be a job offer coming in, somebody that you know, somebody you don't know, it could be even. But they're going to recognize everything you've done. They're going to be honest with you. And all you have to do this month, you guys, is have some patience and continue to work on yourself, because that's all that you need to do. Don't get in the, don't get involved in this energy of feeling, I know, you know, maybe you've given too much. It seems like you've given too much to this family situation, or this planning, or this project you've been working on. It appears this other woman has too, or man. They've given a lot, but it's not, for some reason, it's not helping. So maybe that what you've been giving isn't helping enough. You're just giving everything you can, guys. So be proud of yourself for doing what you can do. You're doing a lot. Just have patience, because you will be acknowledged. You're going to be recognized. Somebody's going to acknowledge and recognize you in everything that you've done, because you've been diligently working and focusing and doing your best. And I just feel like maybe you just haven't, you lost your patience in the past. But you're going to have, for some reason this month, you're getting your patience, and you're getting balance, and you're getting realizations, and you're coming out of some kind of dark cloud that you've been in. You're seeing hope. And I hope it has to do with, you know, it might have to do with this emperor, you know, this new opportunity.